Hey y'all, it's Wildcat 6305 coming at you from Ike's Treehouse outside of Augusta, Georgia. And today, well, it's New Year's. It's January 1st, 2019. And it's been a while since I posted a video. And so this is just going to be kind of a quick update video for us. And then I got one other video I want to plan or that I want to go over. In the background here, I have I have my 1936 through 45 uh, game of Global War set up that I'm playing by myself. So playing both sides, much similar, very similar to what General Hand Grenade is doing. I've been working on this one a little bit longer. It's taken me longer to get there, but really don't want to cover that as much as just kind of some of the stuff that I've gotten over the last several months. And like I said, it's been a while since I posted a video. I think I might have posted a video in spring of 2018, so I'm well overdue. Just both at work and at home. That this time just been really busy since last spring, about March, April. And actually, one of my updates I'm going to share today, I'll just go ahead and share it. I, being busy at work, provided a lot of opportunities and got the opportunity to take a promotion. And so will be relocating to Atlanta. So after this, yeah, so really, I'm taking a video right now to show you everything that I got, so you can see what I got set up, because it's going to be a while before I'm going to have to take this down, and it'll be a while before I'm able to set it back up, because as you're probably well aware of, all the joys of getting your house ready to be sold and getting things packed up and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be going on the next few months. So I really don't know when the next after this couple sets of videos that I got, really don't know when the next videos will be coming from me. Maybe 2020. I don't know. The pace I'm going, but don't give up on me. I'm still around. I'm still involved. I'm just got a lot going on. So that was a big announcement. So Ike's Treehouse will be relocating to outside Atlanta, and we're excited about that. It'll get us closer to family. Been here in Augusta for 8 years now, and been a good place to be. So if you're needing to move to Augusta, private message me. I can set you up. But enough of that. But just want to kind of cover some of the stuff I've been going over. So last January, around my birthday, I ended up purchasing, with my birthday money, I purchased Global War 1936 through 45. I got the mini map, was it 36 by 72? So I got the miniature map, not the gigantic 4x8 map. And honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with this purchase, because I really don't have room for the 4x8. But once you start getting in here and start putting pieces on here, even I know the problem General Hand Grenade had as far as putting 3D miniatures on all over the place, the territories get cluttered. Well, I mean, I'm just really, the only 3D miniatures I have of buildings and facilities are my oil derricks and my factories. And you can kind of see how hectic, how crazy they get clogged up. Like some of these territories, East Prussia, yeah, you can get one dude there. That's about it. So, yeah, but got the 36 by 72. Have been enjoying it. Have had it set up since about April, because once I got it, I rolled it out and then was like, oh wow, I don't. And then tried to start setting it up, and it's like there's so much stuff that you need for this. General Hand Grenade just posted a video, I think like last week, about your list of things you need for this game, and And really, you know, he talks about it's not a game you can just go out and buy in a box, and that's completely right. But really, I would just add to that and saying this is a game you have to progress up to it. Don't even think about buying Global War until you have bought you know, Axis and Allies, Europe and Pacific 1940, and then probably at least another copy of something else, Axis and Allies too. That's just my personal opinion. It's definitely a progression. If you can't handle, you know, if you can't handle global 40, Global War is going to be so much more for you, because it's just has so many more layers to the game than Global 40 does. But that's not what I'm really making this video about. What I'm making this video about is just kind of show you some of the stuff. Another reason why I haven't been making a lot of videos is I feel like General Hand Grenade has dove head first into Global War 1936 this year, and has done like a video on every expansion about. I think there may be like one or two he hasn't done, but he's done a video on about every expansion. And, you know, to me, I just didn't feel I had any unique content, because I'm not going to, you know, this is just my hobby. This is not my second job or anything like that. So I'm not going to just make a video to be making a video. I'm only going to make a video when I feel like I have content to share or give a unique insight on it. And if somebody like General Hand Grenade, who does a great job making videos, if he's making a video on all the expansion sets, and I'm just going to let him go with it. And, you know, if that was something I was going to do, then I'll just, you know, put it on the back burner, which it wasn't, but, you know, just as an example. So what I have here is I've just showing some of the expansions I've got. So this is Elite of the Reich, plus some of the extra SS tokens that I've gotten that you collect as you buy other expansions. But this is a Elite of the Reich set. And really, in kind of my opinion, just looking at it, there's the basic rules and the advanced rules. But to me, the advanced rules seem easier because it's all timeline based. And I've kind of enjoyed that, not having to keep up with, as I've been playing, not really keeping up with, oh, how much is this guy or whatever it is. It's just, oh, no. Oh, I have a guy there, I can upgrade him. It's been kind of nice. Also, I've gotten, let's see, the Fascists in Croatia set. That's what those markers are for, and I have the insert up here. Let's see, these are some some Jaeger pieces that I got from Historical Board Gaming. That's going to be kind of, you only get one Brandenburg Commando marker, and if I can see it, I'll pull it out, but is that it? No. You only get one Brandenburg Commando set or marker, and I felt like the commandos were kind of cool, and that's been something I've been trying to add into my game a little bit more. So that's so I got these Jaeger. I know, you know, historically that's not exactly what they were, but I'm using these to be commando chips. And then these are some of the markers you get with the Operation Sea Lion expansion. Here, some of these markers, and then I have the British Operation Sea Lion, the radar towers here, and the little sea base and the line, and then of course the home guard and auxiliary pieces for that. And of course I'm just going to briefly brush over all this stuff. Because like I said, General Hand Grenade's gone into, he has a video. If you want to, if you want more information on any expansion I'm saying, just go to General Hand Grenade's channel and subscribe and find the video and watch it there. I'm not going to go back over it if I don't have to. Because he did a great job covering all that. But yeah, so my Operation Sea Lion, the German forces here, the pieces you get. This is the Africa Corps. I ended up I don't think I actually got the Africa Corps set. from Historical Board Gaming. I think I ended up just buying the mustard yellow Axis Minor pieces, which are essentially the same thing. And then I bought some of these tokens. So I'm missing one of the Africa Core tokens, but then I got all these extra tokens as well. But like in this set, like you got this one, and I think that's something else. No. Anyway, I thought there was another. What's this guy? No. But yeah, but in this set, you had a couple Africa tokens in it. So I just bought that piece plus those pieces to make up my Africa Core. Because I think that expansion is going to be kind of cool. Being able to once Germany and Italy have aligned, you can then lend lease essentially your German Africa Core troops to somewhere where you put a naval base. So I built a naval base there in this game I'm playing here. But so that's pretty much my German expansions I've gotten. So the Leader of the Reich, Operation Sea Lion, and the Africa Core, and the Fascists in Croatia. I acquired that this year. Also got Spanish Civil War. This is a great little set, and in the game I'm playing, Nationalist Spain has actually won the Civil War, so the Civil War's over. To me, a couple of these sets, Spanish Civil War, let's see, Manchukuo, the Manchurian expansion, and not really Turkey at War, but really kind of the Spanish Civil War and the Manchukuo are kind of good when you're getting into the game, even if you have Axis and Allies background. They're kind of good to get your feet wet as you start playing, because rather than trying to plan, I would have made a lot more mistakes as I'm setting this up, as I'm setting Germany up to start. This is, so in the game where I'm at, it is, turn around on my calendar here. So I'm at July 1939. So Germany, we're about to start July 39. So Germany is about to start opening up here. But what I was saying, I would have made a lot more mistakes with Germany of what I was doing, and these pieces are here. I would have made a lot more mistakes getting ready to go into France, go into Poland, if I hadn't have had this little mini battle going on to be able to figure out how does this combat in Global 1936 work. And so I felt like that added a lot, even though it kind of semi-detracted from the Germans. But I mean, I still felt as a player, it gave you value, especially a new player, to get into the game. These are just some pieces I've also, so these are the Chinese pieces I got. And these are straight out of Axis and Allies, Global 40. And then I made some communist Chinese pieces. And essentially what I did here was I just took some Japanese infantry pieces and I cut the bayonets off. And so I just made a little rifle and spray painted it purple. And I like it. It stands out here when you have a CCP partisan or when the Chinese, or when you have the Chinese Civil War going on, kind of stands out from everything else sitting on the map at that time. Also have Winter War and Turkey at War, and I felt like those are some good expansions as well. And here, Winter War, you can see that the Soviets have already taken over, Viperi, and so they've already taken that. I probably didn't say that right, but so they've already the Winter War's over already. Because I've been also house ruling, so everything's not so. I was out of box because, why not? And Turkey War has been fun. Turkey got aligned. Well, Turkey's not aligned. Turkey got influenced. I think that's the terminology. Is influenced by the Axis, so it will align with the Axis once people go to war. I felt like that was pretty good. That kind of added a little bit of added a little bit to it right here, because usually like in Global 40, you have in Axis and ANA Global 40, you just have this bare spot where nobody really goes, nobody really touches the neutrals or minors, and but that kind of adds a lot to it. I mean, there's a lot of troops there to do something with, and you can kind of see the influence between, it's important to Russia, to the Soviets, if they get it, because that's right on their doorstep. But then it's also important to the Axis, if they're going to be pushing in to the Soviets one day, to get a foothold in the Middle East and almost kind of have a anvil and hammer type situation going on potentially with the allies in the middle here. So it's pretty good. I kind of like it. I'm excited about to see what comes out of that, because I could see Turkey really kind of start, because with the partisan rules and stuff like that, you could really start picking up stuff right there. Let's see, the next one, just this is the Sea Lion stuff I've already showed you, and then just commando chips that I've bought, and then Netherlands Fight Back. This one I'm on the fence about, still kind of halfway on the fence about, but the one thing that I like, because in out-of-box rules, once the Netherlands lose their capital, once the Dutch go down, then all their IPP go to the British. So at this point, they're not earning money, so it's zero. They're a minor power. Nobody controls them. And then you have all the Dutch East Indies over here that are sitting there, the money islands and global and Axis and allies. The thing I like about this expansion is it gives you control of the Netherlands at the beginning of the game. So even though you're not getting a lot of money for them, you're only getting one IPP, you're still talking about potentially between the time that the Netherlands get taken, you have all these turns in between the start of the game and the time that the Netherlands gets taken, that's additional IPP that you could get for that area. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's one thing I like about it. It gets more money flowing, if anything else. And they're still going to be allies. They're still going to be putting troops in the same congested space where you have three minor nations almost, or not minor nations in terms of smaller factions. Let's say that. Between the FEC, the Dutch, and then Anzac, it just kind of starts to get a little congested right there. Just a lot of poor factions without a lot of power to do stuff. But yeah, I feel like that added a lot. And then here's just some Japanese. My Manchukuo pieces here, and then of course I bought some red Japanese pieces. Found these off of eBay of these are like the 99 Pacific Axis and Allies game where the Japanese were red. So you need those pieces to be veteran infantry. Not necessarily the boats and what have you, but the guys and the planes. Those are going to be veteran infantry and veteran fighters. So that's kind of what I got laid out on the table here for you. Oh, no, it's not. So also had got the U.S. Marines, the Few the Proud, the Marines set. Once again, I don't think I bought the actual expansion set on Historical Board Gaming, but I ended up buying I bought the contents of the set, because you can do that with some of the sets. So here's my Marine chips, and then I've also bought some Ranger chips and some Seabees chips, because with this adds in the Marines expansion adds in combat engineers, which have some rules. So I want to use the Seabees chips as kind of my combat engineer markers on one side of the board, and then I'm going to use the Rangers kind of as commandos for the U.S. Let's see. I think there's And then just kind of overall, some of my pieces I got, you can just kind of see, I've made my own tokens here. Went to Hobby Lobby and found these wood chips, made my own poker chips, so to speak. So, really, really cheap, but it is what it is. It's getting me through. I had a bunch of paper money printed off, but when you have this kind of setup in your garage, it's kind of a little bit, having paper money gets a little bulky. Even though I like the paper money that I have from Sired Blood, I just can't. The other thing was I had all these tokens because I bought a pack that had variable like wood token sides for these to make up these tokens where that fit the normal A&A size, normal historical board gaming size tokens. But these came with it, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do with those? And I was like, hey, why don't I just write denominations on there and kind of run with that? So I have been enjoying it, and I think one day I will get poker chips, because these aren't cutting it. Those don't look as clean. But the other things I've been doing as well, partisans. So rather than buying the partisan expansion, I just bought the partisan chips because I feel like I have a plethora of infantry. I'm unlike General Hand Grenade. I'm not one that gets all into the custom infantry, because to me, if I got a bunch of infantry that I need to be looking at it, I get confused, and then that slows things down. But yeah, just a bunch of chips that you end up buying. Bought some combat engineer chips, and then I also have some mountain infantry tokens in that same bin there. But really just that starter set that they have on Historical Board Gaming. Got some house rules I'm putting in here too as well. The fighting railways. Really haven't gotten a terrible amount into that, but I have been building rails, and the Alaskan warrior set, and American Minorities at War. Those are two other ones I have. But I've started building railways to try to expand. So I think I'll eventually get to building armored train cars and what have you. But probably one of the biggest things I've done for this game, got from Used Rank Carcasses advice. And really you need to come up with some type of scheme of chips, because you're going to have a lot of unique chips, and you're going to have a lot of, not unique, but you got the technology and stuff, old technology, new technology, country specific pieces. So rather than buy a bunch of torpedo boat destroyers and coastal subs and all that kind of stuff, I've just bought these white chips. And so the white chips mean old technology. And then purple chips, bought purple chips, those mean advanced technology. And then pink, I'm using that to be country specific. So this would be like, I haven't bought any Italian black shirt units yet. So if this is under a militia piece, then that's an Italian black shirt, so to speak. It's been working. I like that. It saves my dollars, my real dollars. Keeps those in my pocket. So as you can see, like I got a torpedo. I have there you got a torpedo boat destroyer in here. So just kind of marked. Didn't have to get a different sculpt. It's just it has a white chip under it, so I know that that's a torpedo boat destroyer. And I didn't have to go out and get another type of ship and try to mark that up. I think there's somewhere else and then of course medium bombers and strategic bombers. So of course in this game you have medium bombers, not just strategic bombers. So rather than buy a whole new set of sculpts, because really I wasn't sure if I wanted medium bombers in the game or not, I'm just using these pieces while I figure that out. So like here, that's a medium bomber because it has a chip under it, whereas this one's is that a strategic bomber? Is that supposed to be there? Oh well, figure that out later. I may have set that down, but anyways, Yeah, so overall, and the one other house rule that I'm doing, I scratched out strategic rockets, and I made my own technology, naval guns, which is really just kind of a increase on offshore bombardment. I kind of felt like the offshore bombardments were kind of low, so get naval guns, you can have a higher offshore bombardment. I think that's really kind of it for what I got. As far as stuff that you may or may not find interesting. But like I said, I haven't posted a video in a while, and this was kind of quick. Well, 25 minutes, but I meant for it to be kind of quick. But just the big thing, like I said, Ike's Tree House is relocating, so it'll probably be a little while before, after today, the videos I get put out, it'll probably be a while before you see any more videos, but I'll still be staying involved and watching videos, so I'm still around. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm actually, the next video that I'm about to make as soon as I turn this one off is going to be going over the game that I have set up right here, and my thoughts on it, and what I've been playing with and all that kind of stuff. So but stay tuned and hope you check that one out too.